Hello everybody, Toastbomb here today to talk to you guys about power-ups in Halo 3, and I thought maybe this would be a good video to get out there because in Halo Reach, power-ups were not used very much in matchmaking in all of the different maps, and then in Halo 4, they're pretty much non-existent other than as ordnance drops. So some people might not understand some of the strategies and little differences that there are in some of the older Halo games in the various types of power-ups. So anyways, let's start off with how these things are timed. They will spawn 3 minutes after you pick them up. So right as you pick them up, either if it's the camo or if it's the overshield, look down at the timer, and whatever that is, minus 3 minutes from it, and then that's when the next one will be up. If you pay attention to the clock and you time the power-ups properly, you will almost guarantee yourself the power-up every single time it spawns. And that is a massive advantage in matchmaking. Now, the overshield gives you an extra layer of shields, so that is obviously very helpful. You basically have double health for a little while, but it also does something else. It makes you invincible after you pick it up for 5 seconds. 5 seconds, that's a really long time. It doesn't matter if you get stuck. It doesn't matter if you get assassinated. It doesn't matter if you get shot with a rocket. Nothing matters. In that 5 seconds, you can't die unless you fall off the map. So you can use that as a strategy. You can kind of wait around the overshield until someone gets close to you, then pick it up, and then you have absolutely guaranteed the kill. Because not only are you invincible for 5 seconds, but after you're no longer invincible, then you still have an extra layer of shields. Now for the camo, it acts a little bit different than the armor ability that is in Halo 4 or Halo Reach. One, it doesn't do any weird radar jamming stuff like in the other games. And two, you do not become less invisible when you start moving. So even if you're moving, you're still just as see-through as if you're crouched around or just not moving at all. But after you throw a grenade, you melee, or you shoot, anything that's basically going to do damage or potentially do damage to somebody, you will lose your invisibility for a short amount of time, and then you'll fade back into being see-through. And the standard camo power-up that is in matchmaking will give you 30 seconds of invisibility. So pay attention again to the timer when you pick it up, so you know about the time when you're going to start fading back, so that way you don't get caught in the middle of like 4 enemies and then, oh no, I'm not invisible anymore, and then you end up dying. Now, if you go into the MLG playlist, these power-ups act slightly differently because they are actually custom power-ups for the most part. If there's an overshield, it's going to appear yellow because it is a custom power-up, and it's going to actually give you 2 extra layers of shields, and instead of spawning every 3 minutes after pickup, it spawns every 2 minutes after pickup. And instead of having 5 seconds of invincibility, you only have 3 seconds of invincibility. Now there's also one other trait that is unique to the overshield in MLG, and that is you can burn the overshield in MLG, and what that means is you take damage before you pick it up, and what that does is cancel the overshield completely. If your shields are like half and you pick up the overshield, you won't get any overshield. And you can use this slightly to your advantage if you know you're going to die and you want to deny the overshield from the other team, then you can pick it up and burn it. But also it adds a strategic element where you have to be really careful when picking up the custom power-up, so that way you don't get hit by the other team right before you pick it up and then end up burning it. Now if you are low on shields and then pretty soon before your shields start recharging, you end up picking it up, then you will get sometimes full custom power-up depending on the timing, and you can even time it so you get like half or 3/4 of the shields that you normally get from the custom power-up. But it all depends on the timing and how close you pick it up to when your shields will start recharging. Now also for the camo in MLG, it is the same on Guardian, but on a map like Construct, it is also a custom power-up because it doesn't spawn at the beginning of the match. It will start spawning 2 minutes after the match begins, and then after pickup, it will spawn 2 minutes later. Now you can also do something called burning in any of the game types, no matter if it's a custom power-up or not, with the camo, and that just means that you pick up the camo and then you die right after picking it up. So again, sort of this similar idea of denying the other team from getting that power-up. And also, one advantage that a lot of people don't realize that you have when you're using a camo is that the other team doesn't have auto assist. So even if they notice the little jelly blob running around, it's a lot harder to shoot because normally your reticle turns red and then you get some assistance from the game that sort of drags and magnetizes your aimer to that enemy. But in this case, they don't have that at all. But anyways, that's what all the power-ups that you'll most likely see in matchmaking are. There's sometimes weird speed power-ups that are like an action sack. I mean, you have no idea what you're going to get when you're going into action sack. So this might not apply there, but on 99% of the maps, on 99% of the playlists, this is what you're going to come across. So anyways, that'll be it for this one. If you like the video, you can leave a like or a comment, or you can subscribe because I post new Halo videos every day. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.